Sanarado na Jesus ni harare agona laharan hudakudo larai ninyana amen. Amen, amen. I say truly I tell you, I am Holy Spirit, incarnations of the Word of Life, Bible. They called Biblia, and the other language called Biblia, which means the Hari and the King. The Hari and the King. I am the King. He is the Hari. Whom you call Jesus, who was named Yada. All together, he and I is called Yahweh. Yahweh. Yahweh, and all together with my mother and father is called Yahweh. Yahweh. It was for my king, or he called Xing, to be called Yahweh. The marriage supper of the Lamb, which is mentals to be judged. You know, why the world are called mentals? It's because humans, you become hallucinations of so-called bride of Christ. It is the seal for the cost of following me throughout incarnations. Matthew 8, 18 to 22. The cost of following the key, I called Jesus. When I saw the crowd around them, I had given orders to cross to the other side of the lake. Then a teacher of the law came to me and said, "Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go." And I replied, actually it wasn't just I there. Then it was me and my the whom you called Gabriel and Michael and Yahweh and we are all like this because we're like a department. If your source is holiness, we are all around your head, like silver lining, like a lights that runs around, chasing one another, and it was for the body of the Christ for us to be looked after, as I was then cleansing the body of the Christ for Yahweh to receive that, the body whom he desired, or for my Papa to receive the body he desired for the Chapnel Elohim, for the king, Xing. And then I said, or whom you call Jesus said, "Foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head." Another disciple said to me, "First let me go and bury my father." He called me, I am not supposed to say this word, L-O-A, because that is me, humans. He said to me that he wants to go to bury his father, and then I told him, "Follow me and let the dead bury their own dead." What's that supposed to mean? This happens on the Matthew 8:18 was I, Gabriel, Chapnel, Elohim, etc. On that, on Matthew 8:18, that's us, because 8 is the angels, like the 8 angels, like the 8 angels. While I was cleansing, they look after me, So it's like the humans. I was their princesita, or what you call prima donna. When I am inside of my bathtub, they look after the body, they look after the door of my home, And then when I'm finished, when I said I'm okay now, kuya or big bro, That's when they say, they will thumbs up to me, all right, all right, Dort, like this. And then they go to their next department, like this. We're like this. What is the next department, my mother? You could Anna Penuel, you know? So it says, their foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. The Son of Man has no place to lay his head because humans, it was some symbol when I come to, when I was told to go to Egypt, to let the baby come out. So this to a symbol when, there was a woman that I've helped, and I have not, there is a woman I have helped. She's like what you called in the world in-law. In the world, you call them in-law. Like she's my aunt's what you call the wife, an in-law of the family. I send her son to go to school and spend all every I work literally just to send the son to school. And because he wanted to become a seaman, I give what it want. And aside from that, I also try to help others in the way I can. I never saved anything money for my own. Why, humans? Because to save money is costly. Why costly, humans? It's like this. When you try to make savings, one of your family is either will die, or they get sick, or always have a problem. You will never have, there's always a burden, when you save up, because I did this, and it is a no to us souls, to save up money, because money, humans, is a blood. It's bloody dead, and the woman, in the end, she backstabbed me. I trust her with everything. I tell her everything when I was started to be awakened. And then behind me, I was in Thailand and she was in Philippines. We communicate through by texting, She's the only, I thought she was a friend, but she backstabbed me. Like, what's this? I won't really say like a backstab. It was just like I lost trust. Why, humans? Because I have no one to talk to. Only to her I talk to. I speak to. I forgive her many times, even when she said that she only speak to me because she gained from me. She received like this, and I was really upset to that. And then she said to me in the end, you know what, Grace? Because I am Grace, humans, to give you grace. For I am Mary. In the beginning, the whom you called MH. MH. Myra. Or what you call the Mira. Amir, humans, Myrr, a meaning of my name, Mary, So she said to me, do you know what, Grace? You have no family, you have no husband, you have no son, or she called daughter, you have no son, literally she said, you have no children, and you have no home. I cried with that word, I cried with that word because I said, I have more to do than just that, But in order for me not to disrespect her, as in the world, I'm full of respect to anyone around me. I don't say anything, even if, you hurt me already. Until I was awakened, it was my time for me to judge the earth, or eternal, to eternally judge the earth before the king, which is the preparation, preparation to train me if I knew each and every one, that is the eternal judgment. each and every one of you throughout incarnations, which is I knew the apostles and I knew those blessed, So even to this end, I have no place to lay my head. You know, where I came from in Thailand before my father sent me into the wilderness and where I am, as the place was where I left my sister Rafael. They wanted to give me the he named everything to my name already, in his will and testament. He put it all in my name, but I said, do not think about that, because all he kept thinking, if he died, and I said, do not think about that. So one time when it was already his time to be taken, I said, Adonai, I trust him to you. So he fell from the rooftop and to the ground. And then his feet was twisted like 360 degree, facing on the left. And then I tried to put it back as I was on my own with my dogs and Rafael, because in my roses, in this body before I become my truth, it was to make sure that they are all chained into my names, like Raphael. And I am Mary. To chain him into my name, I took his last name as Charm. Charm. So I am Mary Grace, and then his name. For everyone, all of you are connected into my name and Chapnel Elohim. So I said to him, do not bother about any will of testament or any wills, for I cannot and will never take this for myself, because even if he gives it to me, I wanted to give it if I didn't knew then about all this so-called bride of Christ, because I never read Bible, humans. I never read Bible, and if you notice my videos from before, it is all about sceneries, about pets, about just, I thought that I can cook, but I'm not allowed to do any house chores since Yahweh have started showing up to me. I'm not allowed to do any house chores because the angels came down to me just to tell me that Aduna, it is not your job anymore. You have another job to do, And I could see him when I was mowing the grass. I could see the angels one afternoon that's floating around above my head, and then they were sitting, they were standing, they were walking as if they have their own like floor in the air, and I was like mesmerized, but I was shaken because when the angels are around you, you feel like restless. When angels are around you, you feel like restless, and they were like, because I am there, I should be on the top of them, but because I was doing my job in eternal, they can only stand on the side of me and not above my hair, like only on my side, which is they were in circle, and then there's a lot of them, like around 4 p.m. it was when I saw them by the gazebo. They were all like, some are carrying crown thorns, some are carrying rose crowns, flower crowns, and then etc., 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 and then the ark, and then said to me, Mother, why are you doing all these things when it's not supposed to be your job? And I said, it was because afternoon I supposed to stop it now, because as like 4 p.m. it was time for the demons. It was time for the demons because the sun is already going down. And then I said, let me just finish this. I wasn't speaking. I was rolling the cables, and then to put aside the mower, and then I was speaking to one of the angels, which was like a baby, cherubins, and then I said, let me just finish this. And then the little baby or the little baby stand up and have his tantrum on me and said, "Why are you like this?" You know, to me, "Why are you like this?" And then he uh, he moved his where he was sitting on the other side. Actually, I can see him now, and he's like looking at me, and then he has a tawny color skins, and then like the hair is curly, golden, like a sprinkle of a tawny color, you know, like this. Because you know angels are has a very funny color, you know, very funny color. A tawny, TEWNY, like a goldish orange, like something like this, a golden-ish, you know. And since I said I am going inside, and then they said to me, once you go inside of that house, we will only stay for seconds, and then we will go back to where we came from. I said, where you come from? And then they said to me, Mama, you knew where I came from. And then I said, I just look on the side. That's when I saw Chapnel Elohim, or whom you call Jesus Christ. And then I said to myself, I have no place to stay or lay on my head. Where I'm gonna go when I go down? When I go down, say when you say go down, humans like flying from the plane where they let me flee, like going into the wilderness, because that's what they want after me. They wanted me to do, to come into the wilderness. You know, basically to leave everything I have, and then when I've agreed to that, it took me it took me a lot of time first before you know, and then it is the cost, you know, the cost of following. In the beginning was the apostles, and in this end I following my father, you know, following my father. So I said, where I'm gonna go if I'm not allowed to take what I've had here? I wanted to take my dogs, but I wasn't allowed because just in case whatever happened, they said to me, keep them here because I'll keep them. If I go to this place here to fulfill the what I'm needed to be fulfilled, they will keep my dogs healthy, and what's this? The place will be safe because what the angels really want to do is to destroy the earth, you know, destroy the earth by fires from heavens, which is they showed it to me, and I even smelled that, you know, it was really like a smell of hell, you must. It was like a smell of burning charcoals, burning all sorts of whatever you see in the world, you know. And then they told me that when you live here in from the wilderness in Thailand, you know, because always wilderness where I stay throughout incarnations, I'm always in the wilderness, you know, in this end, because before was cities inside of the convents, you know, cities. So after I've agreed to that, I said, where I'm gonna get for my daily bread, like how I'm supposed to comfort me, or to get my daily living. You know, I wasn't allowed to take anything, or to at least save up for myself so that I could support myself in here wherever they are taking me, you know. And when I've agreed to that, Raphael started to giving me, I asked him to help me, and then he gave me first, he gave me like messiahs, what you call 30, 20, like that, messiahs, I call it messiahs. And then I look for a place far away from here where I am, you know, far away from here where I am. And then I've been looking and looking and looking and looking. There's no place that I wanted to stay. You know, it was so funny that I can be put anywhere, I can be wherever I am. Even my cousins already said to me, Ate, like, sis, you stay with me. There's nobody in the, because my cousin has a condo, something like, you know. You stay with me. Only the childrens are in the condo. You can stay with them. I said, that's okay. And then I can find a place for myself because I like privacy, humans. I want, I like that. For this thing, what I'm going to do. But then I didn't knew that I'm going to speak up like this because, I never want to be here. And then I don't want to show up myself to anybody. I don't want to, I just don't want to, I just want to be hidden because I am very shy. Even when I'm out, I don't like people to stare at me. When I go out, they stare at me, and then all I could see in them is whatever they're thinking. And it's, it's like burning heap coils into every humanity that stares at me. Because I don't have to look at the people when they stares at me or look at me, and whatever comes out in their thought, I receive that. It's like a text being sent to me. So whatever I looked, whatever apartment or this a roof where I was looking, I could not find anything. So I just follow the flesh. I'll just follow my guides. You know, I just follow my guides. So basically, the whom you call Jesus guided me with his arcs. So my arcs, because we have my arcs also the one who keep telling me this, telling me that, many things. I cannot tell you all the information of what I talk with my brothers, or sisters. Sometimes we talk privately, like WhatsApp or Facebook. And then in there, that's when we talk, like how things are, depending on what my brothers wants to know. And then I tell them, and it's just I love to talk to them because we talk like out of this world. Because I am in the world but out of the world. So do you know what happens after that? I was taken. I don't have any documents for that because those times there were still COVID, and then I don't have any injections yet because I never wanted to have injection. I have a swab test. That's it. Aside from that, nothing. You cannot get out. And you cannot fly. So, you cannot fly. But all those I go through. And at the airport, I was asked for one health pass, and then I passed through that. It was fine, but I was almost crying, and then I said, "My God, let me go. This is the last chance." I said, "This is the last." I said, "Wherever you want me to go, make this all." I was like basically arguing with my God and the angels. And then I said that, why is this humans, because humans have a lot of like that. So I left my bag, I left my suitcase, I left, and I said to Rafael, pay for that. And then he paid for, because I was really stressed, humans. I was missing my dogs already. And then missing my sisters and all of them, my friends in there. They were basically like my neighbors. They love me. And I was literally like missing the time that when we're together. Once a week, I cooked chicken curry for them because they always ask me, Mary, can you make us chicken curry? And I was like, I cannot do that anymore. So I was like giving tantrum to Saint Rafael. I said that just pay for that because I don't want to get anything troubled. So he paid for all what I need in the airport, and then I went through, and then I fly. While I was flying, coming down here, I feel the terrible pain for my dogs. I feel the terrible missing, like, but I was just in my heart. I have to do this for this very end, for my people to set, for my people. In the end of the day, it is for them what I'm going to do. So when I got here at the airport, they don't want me to go at the airport, they don't want me to go out because they ask me if I have a hotel reservation, and then I show them, they won't accept it. They don't accept it, and then they said, "Ma'am, you cannot get out here." So I said that they want, like under the table, and then I saw their head like, oh my goodness, this is under the table. And I said, "Ma'am," I said, "Miss, I do not have any money and I don't have anything." And I said, "If you're asking something for me, I won't, and I cannot give it to you, for I don't have anything. I have a bat in my pocket, which is Raphael or Daniel or Paul have given me. That's it." And then the lady said, "Ma'am, I won't let you out because you're not allowed to go out if you have no hotel reservation unless you let us reserve for you." And then I said, "Okay, carry on." And then right away, when they've done all that, they let me out from that department. And then when I come out from that department, I was followed by security guard wherever I go. And then they said, "Ma'am, we won't leave you until you reaches to the hotel." I was really, really like so much trouble, sufferings that I have to go through since I left in the wilderness and abroad. I wouldn't say sufferings. It was just like fully trust the lead, or it was like trust in yourself, something like this. That's one thing I've learned. And then I carry on walking to get out from the airport because I have a cousin that should pick me up there. And then she kept asking me where I was. "Ate, where are you? Ate, where are you?" Like, "Sis, big sis, where are you?" And then I said, "Can you go to this first I talked to her outside by the airport, and she said they're not allowed to get in the airport." I said, "Ate, we're not allowed to get into the airport." And I said, "Die. Die means gal, gal. I cannot go out here if they don't take me to the airport, to that place, to where they are where they serve the hotel for me." And then I said, "I don't have any money. If you can lend me, I needed some to pay for the taxi." And then she met me up, and she said, "Okay, ate, I told her that let's just meet up before we reaches by the hotel, because I won't and will not stay in the hotel." You know why, you must? Because while going out to the hotels, or while the woman was reserving or booking the hotel, which is under the table for them, connection to that hotel, I saw where they gonna put me. And then I said, "There's a lot of people in that hotel where they're going to take me." And then I said, "I won't go there." And then there's just mixed up people inside it. And then I said, "I cannot go there. I cannot go there." And then while I kept doing that, so I said to my cousin, "Can you meet me up before we reaches at this hotel?" And then I asked, "Do you know about this hotel?" She said, "Yes, I knew." Like respect. Because my cousins, every time they speak, they always respect me with the word big sister, or what you called ate, E-T-E, like a big sister. They call me that. Or this is what we called here in this flesh, like, but usually we call only bro, bro, because woman is a man is, So before we reaches to the hotel, I saw her car, which I never seen before. I only seen her car, and then I said to the taxi driver, I didn't knew that it was my cousin. Let's say this. While we are facing to one another, my cousin is facing front to front. I said, "Manong," or taxi, sir, stop there. That is my cousin, the one that will pick me up. And then the car indeed was my cousin. I never seen the car, but I knew it was my cousin. So I said to the taxi driver, "Stop right there. that is my cousin. I don't want to get into the hotel because I saw that they're gonna take me with go into with many people inside. And then the taxi driver said to me, "Okay, ma'am." I said, "I am not here for just for I said I am here to do my work. I have a work to do." And then the taxi driver asked me, "Are you a nun or are you in a religious?" I said, "No, I am not. I am not into anything like that. I am the Lord thy God. I am the Holy Spirit." I said. But of course, I did not, it did not come out from my mouth that I am this, I am that. I just said, I am not here to do with any religious thing. I said, my job is where my father sent me. That's all I said. And then right away, she said to me, "Mom, it's better that you don't go to that hotel because this is it was all about like money, 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 money." So right away he met up with my cousin and took my bags into her car 4x4, and then right away they take me to Jollibee to have food first and all that, and then we went on, and then. It was a struggle, to get out from Thailand while the virus was still around. It was a struggle. And then when I get her, I didn't want to stay with the woman who carried this flesh, but because they were, like their drama, crying. They're crying when they see me. I won't say like a drama because I feel my aunt's cry was from the heart. When the aunt I posted with me that I posted, her cry was so pure, and then I was carried by her cry. But the mother that carried this flesh, and the so-called half sisters of mine, they were hugging me, they were kissing me, they were crying, but I could not feel their purity, I could not feel the purity. It was just like from the outside. I could not feel even in their impure side that will cry. No. But my aunts who cries really, really so pure was touched my heart. It touched my heart, and I said, "Ante," I asked my another aunt, I said, I would stay into the home where father is, where I should reside, but the houses were still have people that renting in it, and then one was like a stock room, and then it was like a manger, so she did not allow me to get in there, and then she said, "Stay there for now, and then we will, when it's time, we will take you there." So I stayed there, and then I stayed with the woman and her daughter, and then hasn't been a month, and then they threw me out. They threw me out just because she name called the little girl. She name called the little girl who loves me, and she have a respect for me, and then she name called her, and the lady and little girl was crying, and then so I said, I was holding my temper. I was holding my temper because I do not like it, Yumas, that when you are name calling somebody, especially when it is I've known as there is something good in the person. So she threw everything into the little girl, and then I was like, "What the?" I said, "What the?" She threw a bottle into the girl. She threw, and I was right in front of, and on the back door, because I was the one residing into their little room, and then I was just listening, and then I was like being patient, being patient, being patient, and then right in that middle of the midnight, she was telling me what I've done for the little girl, what I've done for them, what I've done, all that counting. I was just quiet. And then after that, when I could not hold back anymore, that's when she heard things from me. And then I went out, and before I come out, I was crying. I was crying, but she never see me cry. I cried when I come out the door because I feel like finally I can breathe out. Because I don't like to eat the food she cook. I do not like to, if I'm not the one who cook, I don't eat it. Because she's putting potion into it for me to feel, for her to feel, see the gecko knows. Because it wasn't the first time she's done that to me. And then I was really like, if I'm not the one who could cook, I won't. Because, it was just disgusting for me when she cooked. And then, to tell you the truth, because the potion that she puts into it, the prayer she put into the food, that I never eat the food she cooked. It's always I who cook for them. And then just the house inside it is just I not my not into my liking, not into my thing. And then let's just basically what's inside her, what's inside her. So that night I was crying. I come out inside of the woman. I mean, inside of the woman, about who she is, like a witch, or like, we do call that a sorcerer, like this, that every time she cook potion into it. And then that's when I could not hold back anymore. And then that's when I heard from her that she said that about this, about that, like why I don't eat what she cook, why I don't, I could not just say because that. And then I come out that night. I was shivering because it was cold. I was moving. I asked my another aunt, on the picture, I said, Auntie, can you just, Auntie, Uncle, can I stay with you for now? And he said, you are acting like you are not our child, he said to me. You are my child, he said, and stay in there wherever you want. And then they carried my bags, they carried my aunt carried my suitcase, like you can stay with us, they said to me. And then they went to my another aunt and said, my aunt said to her sister, Ate, we always respect the big, the elders in us. And his ate will bring grace into the home. She stay here for now. And then I said, and then my aunt said, okay, because in a few, tomorrow we will cleanse the house where she can stay. And then that's it. My aunt put me in the place, the better than the better place than the should where I wanted. And then from there, they take me and I stayed there. And the woman, until now, we are not speaking. We are not speaking to one another because she kept cursing me. Just because I have tried to protect the child. And that is the cost of following the whom you call Jesus Christ. My life is a foxes with denses, a birds that have no nest. It is to the meaning of the woman tried to bury the past, but I cannot bury the past because the father who was dead, and I asked Yahweh to to not take from me yet because I wasn't ready, but he just told me, follow me. That is the cost of following God. Sufferings, or what you call these struggles. Struggles, and through that poverty, you'll learn something. For poverty is a teacher, with nothing as a teacher. What is teaching? What is the poverty? When you are going through struggle, there's a lesson in every struggle. There's a lesson in every struggle. For that is the cost of following the Son of God. Humans. So let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. You cannot forget the past. For the past cannot forget its deeds. It's always there and will always be. Unless you have done something good. To bury your own father. The right way, the best place. Just as she have, even until, Because it says also there, first let me go and bury my father, follow me, and let the dead bury their own dead. The woman have not buried her own child. The child. I told you before that she have a child, which is my half sis. She was 7 and died in the fire, drowning. She drowned because of where we are living before, and then where they were living before, and then because then I was already in Thailand. So she died, but until now the little girl are still inside of the urn. It's like this. The little girl that died has been in the cemetery for a few years, and then after a few years, she took her out there, and then she have cremated the body, which is a very bad, 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 dreadful, cursed. It's a dreadful curse when a body is been already buried in the cemetery, and then she took it out and have it cremated, and then hold the little girl's body captive inside of the urn, and does not want the child been asking me to freed her. A reason why I am here also. A reason why I am here, because only him, when he showed up, can let the ashes inside of that urn get out from it. The little girl cannot go. She stays inside it, because it is her body that she should have been taken to heaven on her 5th years inside of the tomb. But the woman took her out from the tomb after a few years when she was already inside of the tomb, and cremated the body of the child, which is an angel. That is the wrong thing of humans done. You have not buried thy father. And that's the woman did. Father, because the little girl is an angel, a child of the Father.